क्या हाल चाल है भाई साहब सब लोग फ्राइडे इवनिंग रेडी फॉर येट अनदर डार्बी वीकेंड। इस बार शायद कैंसिल नहीं होगा। रिपोर्ट से दैट कोई डार्बी कैंसिल नहीं हो रहा इस वीकेंड एंड वी आर गोइंग टू हैव सम धावा बोलना इन द प्रीमियर लीग टाइटल रेस। इज इट रियली ऑन गाइस? मतलब सितंबर दिखाई अगर आप चेल्सी फैन हो, लेकिन मे बी आर्सेनल सेइंग भाई हम तो भाई मिडवीक में धोकर आए एक टीम को, वी माइट बी देयर और देयर अबाउट्स, बट इज अ मैनचेस्टर सिटी स्टिल देयर? क्या बोल सकते हो, मैनचेस्टर सिटी का एक्चुअली क्राइसिस आ गया है जो सर्टेन अदर क्लब्स ने देखा था इन अ फ्यू इयर्स अगो? नॉट गोइंग टू गो देयर, बट टॉक अबाउट सर्टेन अदर क्लब्स। भाई आज तो आना ही था, बढ़िया पैनल, ओजी पैनल, seems like a reunion of sorts. By big ups to यहाँ पर of course Vivek bhai as well as Ashish in the house from being Sarangi. Desi football banter ready for banter. How's the जोश मेरे भाई विवेक? हम ऑफलाइन बोल ही रहे थे राइवल डार्बी कौन सा है भाई? अपने आर्सेनल भाई है, लेकिन when it comes to football भाई दुश्मन। कैसा मेरे दुश्मन दोस्त बोलो?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having us here, Ankit bhai. And Ashish, good to see you here.
यार मैं तो असली 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 डार्बी तो इस वीकेंड है ना, चेल्सी ब्रेंटफोर्ड, वो लंदन डार्बी है।
मैं वही ना, आजकल मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये बॉल डार्बी और क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब जो एरिक टेन हाग के टाइम पे जो होता था ना अबाउट मैनचेस्टर डार्बी, वी काइंड ऑफ मिस दैट। मतलब आशीष, वुड यू अग्री जो डार्बी वाइब्स आते थे अंडर ओले और एरिक टेन हाग इन अ वियर्ड वे, वो भी मिसिंग है? क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं यू शो अप योर गेम फॉर दीस गेम्स, नहीं?
अप योर गेम तो अलग है, पर मीडिया भी तो ज्यादा स्पॉटलाइट में रहती थी कि यहाँ यूनाइटेड अगर हकने की कोशिश करी तो यहाँ हम चढ़ेंगे, और यूनाइटेड जीती तो हम चढ़ाएंगे। न्यूज बिकता है भाई यूनाइटेड का, दैट्स द होल पॉइंट। अभी एमोरिम का देख लो, इस संडे को कितना हाइप होने वाला है। अगर एमोरिम गलती से हम लोग जीत जाते हैं तो सब चने की झाड़ पे चढ़ाएंगे हमको, तो इट्स गोना हैपन।
टू बी ऑनेस्ट, वो मैनचेस्टर वाला डार्बी का जो मैच है ना, तो उसका स्टार्ट ऐसा होना चाहिए कि इट्स अ बैटल बिटवीन टू टीम्स हु हैव फॉरगॉटन व्हाट्स, कि कैसे जीतते हैं मैच, ठीक है, दोनों टीम। सो
अरे कहाँ से हम लोग लास्ट 2-3 मैच जीत रहे हैं ब्रो, बस नॉटिंघम से हारे।
टीम्स विल ट्राई टू अवॉइड अ लॉस बेसिकली, दैट्स द नेम ऑफ द गेम, ठीक है। यूनाइटेड लास्ट वाला गेम क्या इप्सविच के बाद यू लॉस्ट टू फॉरेस्ट आल्सो ना, तो 2 गेम जीते नहीं,
बस कल रात को जीते, वो भी आऊंगा, वो क्या घटिया गेम था यार, मैं आऊंगा उस पे।
So both teams don't want to win a Premier League game, by the way, ठीक है। So ठीक है, मिड टेबल क्लैश है मैनचेस्टर, ठीक है,
मिड टेबल क्लैश,
मिड टेबल क्लैश भाई, ये बोल रहे भाई, जनता बोल रहे मिड टेबल क्लैश। पता नहीं कितने लोग ने सुना है भाई, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, आई हैव बीन हियरिंग दैट।
खुद ही लास्ट गेम वीक में ड्रॉ कर दिया, और खुद ही हम लोग स्ट्रीम में ही बोल दिया, डिक्लेयर कर दिया कि हम टाइटल रेस से बाहर है, और मिड टेबल टीम्स की बात ही हो रही है यहाँ पे, बताओ।
एल क्रैपिको ऑन संडे, रिकी बोल रहे भाई। देखो सब लोग, अच्छा सबसे पहले बिग अप टू द चैट भाई, भरत, रिकी, कार्तिक, पापड़ी चाट, वेदांत, तारे भाई, देथन भी है जुड़ने वाले, एज वेल एज आई थिंक विल हैव अ सिटी फैन होपफुली एज वेल फॉर सम टाइम। रमित इन द हाउस, मन्नाज, अबिन, सब लोग क्विकली कम ऑन, दैट लाइक
दोनों का कमेंट सही है, लेकिन लेजिट है। एक भरत का कमेंट एकदम लेजिट है, करंटली मैनचेस्टर इज कलरलेस, एकदम से सही है। It's a nice one.
भाई honestly आर्सेनल और चेल्सी फैंस को तो मौज हो गई। मतलब ट्रेडिशनल जो हमने सफर किया था ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम एंड मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड वर डोमिनेटिंग, एंड रिसेंटली जब मैनचेस्टर सिटी वर डोमिनेटिंग एंड कहीं ना कहीं इवन लिवरपूल, दैट बैंटर का मौका तो दिया भाई मैन सिटी ने। मतलब ये जो चीज मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड ने तो भाई खुद सहा है, लेकिन मैनचेस्टर सिटी ने दिया है। आई मस्ट सी फॉर श्योर। सेट पीस डार्बी स्टार्ट्स द वीकेंड, रमित बोल रहे हैं मैनचेस्टर डार्बी विल बी ऑब्जेक्ट वर्सेस।
नाइस वन रमित भाई, नाइस वन।
ये भाई इधर उधर की बातें करते रहेंगे हम बीच बाच में, लेकिन बस अगेन गाइस लेट्स गेट इन ईच एंड एवरी वन जो भी है ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज। जो भी लोग देख रहे हैं, फर्स्टली बोलिए कि इन टर्म्स ऑफ मैनचेस्टर सिटी, सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन बिफोर द मैनचेस्टर सिटी पैनल जॉइंस, मैं ले लेता हूँ सच्चाई, कड़वा सच बोल देते भाई। इज मैनचेस्टर सिटी मतलब डन डनाडन डन? विवेक, मतलब इज इट फॉर रियल दैट वी आर हैविंग अ कन्वर्सेशन इवन?
नहीं, इट्स जस्ट अ फेज। आपको पता है ये चीज, ठीक है, इट्स जस्ट अ फेज, इट्स जस्ट अ फेज।
मुझे तो पता है, लेकिन मैं मतलब मीडिया हाउसेस को बता रहा हूँ कि भाई इतना भी बुरा नहीं है। जैसे बोला मैन सिटी फैन हैज जॉइंड इन द बैक स्टेज बाय द वे, बट
मेरा उस पे कुछ कहना है,
गो फॉर इट।
या तो बेसिकली हम सबको पता है कि जैन के बाद एक ऐसा फेज आने वाला है कि वेयर सिटी इज गोइंग टू गो ऑन अ लाइक विनिंग स्ट्रीक एकदम से 15 गेम 20 गेम वो कर सकता है, वो किया है वैसे लास्ट 2-3 साल से. And having said that, you honestly cannot rule out a side that has won like 4 titles on the trot. ऐसे आप उसको मिड सीजन, अभी मिड भी नहीं हुआ है by the way, it's just
एंड
one.
कमबैक करके जीते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि
Yeah.
वो वन
लास्ट
साइडेड रहा
सीजन
है.
लिवरपूल एक ऐसे पॉइंट पे था where they were like 5.6 points क्लियर लीड पे थे basically, right? And then suddenly सिटी आया, धो के चला गया सबको. And लिवरपूल को कोई बॉटलर्स वगैरह बोलता नहीं है, but yeah, but City is definitely not out of the race. It is Liverpool's to lose for sure, but City is still there. Favorites शायद तक बोलना कम हो जाएगा, but it is they are still in the mix.
मतलब अभी विवेक, sticking to you for the time being, what percentage chances are you giving? मतलब among all the contenders अभी
किसको?
Chat
मतलब
में
आर्सेनल को
some
या
contenders को, मतलब what do you think as a contender? Give them percentage chance. कितना देगा?
I think Liverpool, City and Chelsea, ये तीनों के बीच में 3-way रेस हो सकता है. ठीक है, आर्सेनल
Like it's more like to be fair, Liverpool 60%, बाकी 20% की इतना भी नहीं.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा. It's like 40% maybe Liverpool and 30 each for City and Chelsea. Why not? ठीक है, मतलब आप भी
Arsenal is
क्यों
nowhere in the
अंडरप्ले
race.
करोगे?
मतलब ऐसे भी सपने में दिखाई कि रात भर खुशी के मारे सो नहीं. लेकिन लेट्स वेलकम श्री बत्सा. राइट टाइमिंग भाई, मैनचेस्टर सिटी और एक और मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैन साथ में जुड़ गए भाई. बिग अप टू नेथन एज वेल. श्री बत्सा, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेलकम. आई नो दैट यू आर शॉर्ट ऑन टाइम बट ग्रेट टू हैव यू ब्रो. फर्स्ट टाइम आई थिंक ऑन ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज आया भाई. श्री बत्सा इज अ सिटी फैन. यस, दे डू एग्जिस्ट गाइस फॉर पीपल हु डू नॉट नो. एंड श्री बत्सा से हम बात कर चुके हैं कपल ऑफ टाइम्स एंड ही नोज दिस स्टफ, ही नोज बॉल. श्री बत्सा भाई, ओवर टू यू. आई थिंक यहाँ पर आशीष का ओपिनियन भी आएंगे जो क्वेश्चन था, एंड नेथन पर भी आएंगे. श्री बत्सा, my question being that right now as a City fan, especially last is current decade mein, you haven't seen City being in this. In fact, it is definitely a crisis, right, as things stand. Lekin right now, matlab, in terms of confidence meter, what is the City fan thinking right now? I would love to know.
I think not just for City, we have not seen Pep Guardiola in this ever. So it's just people or a collection of manager and players.
That is why he's losing it, bro. I have to admit.
We've not seen this before, and hence people are thinking कि अब कैसे handle कर रहे हो. Truth of the fact is कि it's a sporting event, and in sporting event people should win and lose. ठीक है. It's just that
वो जिंदा है ना, वो बचा है ना अभी. He's still alive, right?
The last interview after the Juventus loss, ना, he's totally realizing कि अब कैसे handle करना है चीजों को. He's I think moving towards that part where Arteta की तरह gracefully handle कर पा रहा है वो. And that's also my point here was 7 out of 10 is concerning. Definitely we're down on form. And title again, this is the last thing which I'm at least thinking. I think a lot of City fans are like title चाहिए कुछ तो होगा, but for me it's like just the next game, trying to win the next game. We tied with Forest, but again Juventus के साथ not the best Juventus side, not great game play. First half an hour was snooze fest. उसमें भी City could not capitalize and lost 2-0. Concerning, definitely. We know there are faults. मतलब as a fan also you see defensive line सही नहीं है, injuries भी हैं. And on top transfer window, we don't know what are the key targets that we are right now focusing on so that things get back on track. Pep is also trying a lot of things. People who are starting are changing every day almost. Like कभी
Grealish तो center midfield पे आ जा रहा है, इतना try हो रहा है.
क्या मैं एक stat पढ़ा उसको, अगर if he goes goalless this week ना, तो Monday को he would be
45.
Yeah, he would be completing a full 1 year without scoring a goal.
But to be fair, he was supposed to be playing the role which Hazard used to play for Chelsea. Na? Matlab, he wasn't really judged only on goals. But I hear you, absolutely I hear
but
you.
Hazard used to be in the box a lot more, and वो ज़्यादा assist भी थे उसके, right? So numbers were incomparable.
Of course. Obviously मैं तो Hazard का side लूँगा, लेकिन point यहाँ पर है. Let's get in अपने Manchester United fans दोनों को in the house भाई. Nathan, first of all, obviously things have been better, I'm assuming, as a Manchester United fan, or you're saying कि मतलब is it better ki the fact ki you can only look upwards now because of United, ki the fact that City are doing badly, which is a better moment for you?
Listen, I honestly think we can't care about City. We have to just focus on ourselves, really. I mean, we can go rivalry and all that. That's great, but I think a great man once said we have bigger fish to fry, and I think that's very true. So I think we are both in a really bad position right now. But at the end of the day, we have to just focus on ourselves. We can't afford to care about what other people do. We have to take one game at a time, and hopefully finish above Arsenal, because that just makes me feel nicer.
Oh yes.
City era is over now. Anmoldeep बोल रहे हैं now new era will start. But again, that's the debate. Ashish, I think मैंने आपको रोका था उस समय, लेकिन please, I would love to know your thoughts about Manchester City. मतलब you can talk about multiple issues and we'll come back to Shrivatsa as well. Lekin what is your opinion right now as things stand before this Manchester derby?
Yeah, putting things to perspective, thoda sa, I think 7 game losses out of 10 for a title challenger is staggering at this point. It's honestly staggering. Because I think this says that the loss of confidence in the team वो दिख रहा है field पर. Even if the patterns में Pep खेल रहा है, I don't think so. The players are 100% fit. उसकी वजह से you are seeing these performances. Plus, this blip feels different than some of the blips that we have seen in the past from City.
It looks as if they are trying to take your attention away from the main situation and समझ रहे हैं
115 no
115 की तरफ से आपका अटेंशन वो फोकस को वहां से हटा के बेसिकली they're saying कि look हम लोग कितने टट्टी टीम है ये that is the ये हो सकता है.
And I'm gonna make a statement here, okay? See, we have seen in the past कि City have made a comeback in the past, जीते last day big leagues and everything. This blip officially इस weekend को will be decided. कि अगर इस weekend को Manchester City loses to this United side
at home,
then the blip is official. Then this is the decline is official, because अगर किसी ने यूनाइटेड का मैच लास्ट नाइट देखा होगा अगेंस्ट विक्टोरिया प्लेजेंट,
नॉट इंप्रेसिव ब्रो, डायरेक्टली बोलता हूं,
दैट वाज अबॉमिनेशन ऑफ गेम मैनेजमेंट. मतलब इट वाज जस्ट पैनिक. बास्केटबॉल मैच चल रहा था सेकंड हाफ में, इट वाज सो पुअर. अगर यही गेम प्ले, मतलब इतना लैक ऑफ सिंसियरिटी था वो मैच में. हार्डली 2 या 3 प्लेयर जो कि were actually playing for the badge, honestly, at this point. बाकी लोग का तो contract, मतलब basically you should tear up the contract.
I think this is a very good point to make. और वहीं पर I think I'll get back the Man City fan एक मिनट, because I know again it's shortage on time, so I want to hear from Shrivatsa as well. क्योंकि I think जो contract situation बोला ना, मतलब आशीष ने, and I think he has a great point, Shrivatsa, because for me, I've been saying, I don't know if you follow my channel, but Almighty fan आप लोग जानते हो, मैं 2-3-4 हफ्तों से यही चीज बोल रहा हूँ, that जो चल रहा है ना लिवरपूल में, and I know for a reason, and Liverpool are there still, but the background में the contract issues or the undone cases of Salah etc is going on. I think that hype has not been in De Bruyne's case. I'm like genuinely believing De Bruyne, for whatever reason, again, मतलब as someone who's lost De Bruyne as a Chelsea fan, I can say कि I can see it. I don't think he gets that kind of importance, neither from City, from the media, for whatever reason. De Bruyne, bro, first of all, is fitness. Secondly, his contract issues. फिर आपको age, yeah, and वहां पर आप गुंडोगन को वापस लाए in the summer. मतलब it doesn't add up. Plus, at the same time, it's a bad coincidence that Rodri is out. तो आपकी midfield has definitely looked lighter. But at the same time, one can also argue, Shrivatsa, that rewind करिए 3 महीने पहले, if enough game time was given to Matthias Nunes, maybe 6 months before, maybe Calvin Phillips को enough game time दिया जाता, you would have been a much better situation. Don't you think Guardiola and the management of City are to blame big time here?
Great.
I won't say blame big time. Again, I'll say that they tried a gambit and that didn't work out the way they thought. मतलब see, I don't think we were expecting कि Kovacic अभी नहीं होगा टीम में, right? We did not expect that situation. Also, we did not
But
expect.
why not? Kovacic का he has a muscle issue every मतलब 2 months में एक बार होता है उसका. We know that, it's a fact. You should be knowing it.
Yeah, that frequently in the lineup all the time in cities. What again? That is what he had thought. इसलिए Nunes भी था, and you would see Savinho ये सब मिल के साथ switch करते रह रहे थे. There was just Guardiola would never field the same 11 in 2 consecutive matches. So expectation was exactly what you're saying. But would disagree a bit on the KDB point because I feel usko at least media, yes, you're right, media is not giving him that importance, and I don't know why, but City does. मतलब वो under the sheets आप कह लो इसको, but I don't think they're gonna let him go anytime soon. साला का शायद हो भी सकता है, but that's
ये कौन से शीट्स की बात हो रही है by the way? Why am I? Is it because it's closer to midnight and thinking other way around? But yeah, as in just banter apart, I think Srivatsa has a point कि यार at some point you need to kind of have that succession planning बोल दो. I think maybe that is a better way to put it. I think they've definitely made a mistake.
I think that point I totally agree with you. मतलब एक तो वो भी है कि see, I don't see that young talent, that scout table जो under 19 वाली टीम है सिटी की, उससे talent mid में आता हुआ मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है. That is a big pressing concern, which I think in Arsenal I used to see 10 years back. What a squad they used to have with the young guns who they could take into the playing 11. Same with United also. City में मैं नहीं देख रहा वो.
यूनाइटेड में rather दिख रहा है वो, for the past.
आप लोग का वो था ना कि you basically failed to replace Alvarez. ठीक है, रॉड्री आपका इंजर हो गया, ठीक है, कोवाचिच आपका नहीं चल पा रहा है, यू थॉट
ग्रिलिश चल नहीं रहा है,
हाँ ग्रिलिश चल नहीं रहा है, फोडन का फॉर्म
नहीं, वो चल ही रहा है, वो भाग नहीं रहा है पिच पर, वो प्रॉब्लम है.
Doing it much better than last season, तो उसको तो मैं डिफेंड करूंगा, but yeah, others yes.
मजाक कर रहा है, मजाक कर रहा है.
वगैरह से आप ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशंस रख रहे थे at the start of the season and they're not delivered to the expectations जो set है basically.
Injuries are always unfortunate. So Oscar Bob was, I think, वो कर पाता. He could have been that Palmer वाला player, who used to come in and keep playing.
Agreed.
But, yeah, he's totally injured, so क्या ही कर सकते हैं वहाँ पे.
नहीं, I totally get your point, but again मैं विवेक से पूछना चाहता हूँ, मतलब एक point जो I think has been touched upon, but on the youngsters, अब मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का आशीष ने बहुत कन्वीनियंटली बोल दिया भाई we are doing it. मतलब आप फोर्स हुए थे भाई आशीष, आपके सीनियर प्लेयर्स
फोर्स की बात नहीं. देखिए, फोर्स की बात ही नहीं. अगर एक क्लब अपने एकेडमी को लाके ही नहीं पा रहा तो वो तो आपकी फाउंडेशन ही गलत है ना फुटबॉल.
That is why I'm getting Vivek, because Arsenal का also to some extent, Vivek, do you agree that there is something that Arteta might have, I know he's getting them finally, but do you think because of coming from the Pep school he has missed that as well, and you think it's coming from Pep almost that कहीं ना कहीं आपके youngsters academy को is not given as much trust as what you probably ideally want?
हाँ, मतलब पहले लगता था, but the way that we have given time and minutes to Ethan Nwaneri this season and हम लोग Miles Lewis के लिए को पहला start दिया UCL में last वाला game में, तो धीरे-धीरे is beat, तो that narrative is getting beaten as of now. But पहले था कि नहीं भाई अपने टीम में से किसी को प्रमोट नहीं कर रहा है, किसी को नहीं खिला रहा है. फॉर एग्जांपल ESR, साका, ये लोग सब were earlier found out by Unai Emery and Freddie Ljungberg basically. ये मिकेल के स्काउटिंग से नहीं आया है basically. So वो एक कंप्लेंट मेरा था, but that season this season I think he has corrected that to some extent. But the major concern remains कि भाई we needed a number 9, but वो लाया नहीं,
लेकिन आर्टेटा का आप देखो तो why I'm comparing with Arteta is because maybe I'm guessing that he's
that is there वो थोड़ा रहेगा आप जो
because of Pep, right? मतलब would you buy that?
Definitely yes.
क्योंकि मैं यहाँ पर I can third that, not a second, because मुझे लगता है चेल्सी पर आएंगे, लेकिन एंजो मरेस्का का अभी देखो we are using the squad really well, but मैं एग्जांपल दूंगा. 1 महीने पहले I was sitting here and ranting, bro. As for real, even in Maresca era where we are doing well. Why? Because we were out of the Carabao Cup जब हमारे bench पर थे youngsters like them and we did not even use them. ठीक है, तो I think that hesitancy factor is there, और वो चीज it's not a Guardiola thing or a Arteta thing or a Maresca thing.
Maresca के साथ compare करना थोड़ा I think it will be too.
नहीं, why am because they have learned from Pep, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, और कोई reason नहीं.
Would be too premature. मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ? Because Chelsea are playing with their मतलब क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मतलब they have nothing to prove basically, they have nothing to lose
at the end of the season.
मतलब it's like a free hit this season. ठीक है, पहला सीजन है, ठीक है, टॉप आपका प्राइमरी टारगेट रहेगा यूसीएल स्पॉट, ठीक है, एनीथिंग अबव दैट इज लाइक अ बोनस।
मतलब मैं
Makes
यहाँ पर
sense.
आ ही नहीं रहा और टारगेट तो चलती व्हाट मेरा पॉइंट यहाँ पर व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से गाइस अगेन आरुष इज द फैक्ट दैट द यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ स्क्वाड should be optimum and that includes your academy players as well in my
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
opinion, and
And
City and Chelsea academy in particular have been the best academies in England bro for a while, as much as traditionally it is Manchester United. That is the reality, you know. तो आप yes I know understand Oscar Bob बाहर है, I understand that there are loads of injuries, but I
James
think City
McAtee.
and Chelsea were very very well to do. In fact, मैं तो बोलूंगा, I don't know Nathan if you have to come in here quickly. I know that you said you don't care about City, but to put things in perspective, because Srivat says they're already for a few more minutes I believe so. Like quickly, if you have to say pinpoint any other point that you think are the major loopholes जो you know Guardiola himself is missing out, why the City revival is not coming, almost just looking like Jose Mourinho part 2 Chelsea में जो था ना 2015-16 everything was going negative, वो वाला सीन चल रहा है.
12-13 that.
I think the over reliance of Rodri has finally exposed Man City. I think Foden not playing at the peak of his powers. I think he's been poor since the Euros, to be honest. It's not just now. I know people
Did
will
you
say
sorry
no.
to cut you, but did you hear the press conference? He has actually
No, I
admitted
don't.
that
I don't listen to people talk crap anymore. I've learned my lesson. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care what any of them have
Srivat
to
says
say.
ready with that answer. But
No,
quickly,
I don't care what any of them have to say.
अरे भाई
Honestly.
मेरा पॉइंट सुनो ना.
None.
मेरा पॉइंट है कि भाई बंदा क्या कर रहा है ना, ये बोल रहा है कि यार रॉड्री अवेलेबल नहीं, ही इज कमिंग अप, एंड दीस आर फेयर पॉइंट्स, बट आई थिंक सेइंग दैट फिल फोर्डन द बेस्ट प्लेयर इन इंग्लैंड इज नॉट अवेलेबल, मतलब वो काउंट में नहीं कर रहा. तो या प्लीज गो अहेड. आई थिंक इट्स कमिंग अक्रॉस एज एन एक्सक्यूज फाइनली. मेरा पॉइंट बीइंग दैट,
You know, I remember last year when we had all these injuries, right? And people at the end of the season laughed at us. I see City have a few injuries and they get completely dismantled. Everyone says we spent 1 billion in the last 10-12 years, but so has City. So I don't see why Rodri not being there is causing such a downfall. Kevin De Bruyne for the last 2-3 years has been quite injury ridden. That's just the truth. So that should be no excuse. There should be replacements for this. I told you at the beginning of last season, them selling Cole Palmer will be the biggest mistake they've made. Another thing, that as far as I'm concerned, I think selling Julian Alvarez was probably their biggest mistake.
Their biggest
as we
mistake.
discussed,
Yeah.
as we
100%.
discussed a couple of weeks ago on this channel itself. So
Yeah,
it's all coming. It's all accumulating right now.
And a squad like City needs to take this criticism up in their chin, because they are a top side. And if the same argument was on United last season as well, because
भाई एरिक टेन हाग पर गोलियां चल जाती अभी तक.
चल गई भाई, एरिक टेन हाग पे इतनी गोलियां चली थी कि भाई नीड्स टू अडैप्ट, स्क्वाड है, इवन ही हैज टू प्ले द बेस्ट फुटबॉल विद जॉनी एवंस. ठीक है,
आशीष, इसलिए तो मैंने श्रीवात से पूछा दैट डोंट यू थिंक Guardiola should take the blame himself,
भाई सैक हो
because
गया ना भाई, 88 सैक हो गया. अब सेम इश्यूज सेम प्लेयर से वही दिख रहा है अंडर एमोरिम. इवन एमोरिम इज गेटिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, उसके बाल सफेद हो जाएंगे भाई.
ऑलरेडी वो मीम्स शुरू हो गए
है ना.
भाई.
तो प्रॉब्लम तो दिख ही रही है सबको कि भाई तुम कितना भी मैनेजर ले आओ, अगर वही सेम शिट प्लेयर्स होंगे और इंजरीज होंगी तो मैनेजर्स का प्लान चेंज हो जाता है. तो सेम क्रिटिसिज्म अगर अडेप्ट करने का है फॉर यूनाइटेड लास्ट सीजन, एंड इट वाज वी आर बैटर्ड ऑनेस्टली, तो सेम क्रिटिसिज्म इस टाइम पे सिटी को अब तो चिन लेना पड़ेगा कि इवन इफ रॉड्री एंड फ्यू ऑफ द प्लेयर्स आर इंजर्ड, you still have a great academy back, and you need to promote players for a longer. And if you see Amorim is right now doing this, even if कोई भी important match हो, he is rotating the squads ताकि सबको at least match fitness जरूरी है इस टाइम पे. ऐसा नहीं कि substitute ले आया and you start conceding a goal because they are not match fit. Everyone
Very
needs
good.
to be match fit,
Srivatsa,
and everyone needs to be
this
ready
is
for a
where-
long season.
This is where जो आशीष ने लास्ट पॉइंट बोला ना, I actually would go back to the same point that yes, Guardiola has been a goat of the modern era in terms of last decade. Yes, absolutely. लेकिन रियलिटी ये है कि आप लास्ट 2 सालों में आप देखते, तो इसलिए मैं कंपैरिजन नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ ऑफ आर्टेटा. इतना नहीं कि मरेस्का तो मैं आई एम सीइंग विद my own eyes ना, there is a hesitancy to make substitutions in games. और जो आशीष ने बोला पॉइंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, sometimes no, you just want to make substitutions. Why? Because you want players to be ready in terms of those situations more often than not. अब वो अब Matthias Nunes का उठा के ले लो. Matthias Nunes basically, I was shocked bro, midweek में भाई वो शुरू नहीं किया, वीकेंड में शुरू किया, लेकिन विंग में किया भाई, वो सेंट्रल मिडफील्डर
लेफ्ट विंग पे.
तो Shibatsa, you can't defend this, right? As a lack of substitutions that Guardiola has done. Almost, I know you've done a 4-peat, won a treble, etc. You can argue that. Lekin last 6 years, the lack of substitutions within games, in-game management, it is backfiring now.
No, again, like I said, first half of the season, I was not hearing this. वहाँ पे वही चल रहा था. See, he's a person who even substitutes KDB at 60th, 65th minute. लोगों का fitness देख रहा है वो, and he does substitute. But position play, like, he's figuring out a few things. Nunes in different positions is not excelling right now. So he's trying to see वो winger play में कर पाएगा कि नहीं, center में कर पाएगा कि नहीं. Probably he'll figure it out in the league is of 38 games. ये खत्म नहीं हुआ है 14th गेम में.
देखा अंकित मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, ये आएगा, ये
अभी दिसंबर जनवरी में तो शुरू करती है गाड़ी की, मतलब डलता भाई, डीजल डलता है अभी.
सिटी फैंस आर नॉट वरीड.
winning the league is not the point at all. If they start just winning, even like say 3 में से 2 गेम जीत रहे हैं ना, या फिर 3 में से 1 पहले तो जीत ले, it's okay. पहले जीतो, see what works for you. ये सीजन नहीं, नेक्स्ट सीजन के लिए तो टीम बिल्ड होगा ना. See, there's a change, right? There is no Mahrez right now. Bernardo Silva is not in that form where he was. Foden, भाई यूरो के बाद से इंग्लैंड के लिए उसका फॉर्म खराब था. It is not just Pep that is affecting him or anything. And there are injuries also that is happening. So let him figure that out. But substitution वाले point पे है कि he is doing it. It's just that the few times where he is not doing, या वो जो glaring दिख रहा है ना, you think that's the responsible for entire form. वो नहीं है. बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ चल रही हैं. And अब जब एक साथ आगे हार भी रहे हैं, तो
SP bro, हाँ वो क्या बोल रहे हैं, I think the context is कि ये फाउंडेशन ना लास्ट सीजन से होना चाहिए था, which would have helped you actually cover this season, but
last season was, I don't think
वो जीतते ना लास्ट सीजन, ठीक है ना.
अरे इतने टाइम बाद मिला थोड़ा सिटी फैंस का खींचने का, तो खींचेंगे
नहीं विवेक, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm with Ashish here. Why? I'll tell you, nothing against City. All I'm saying is Guardiola, and I think Srivatsa himself admitted, I think Guardiola खुद इस situation में नहीं रहा है, not just with City, even with Barcelona. So it's a new thing for him. So and as much as experience you gain, na, you tend to kind of, be better in a succession planning. Why is Sir Alex the GOAT?
अच्छा, by the way, सैफ का कभी ऐसा हुआ है क्या?
सैफ का वो phases रहा है ना भाई, 2002 के बाद. No, सैफ का phases मतलब 5 games at trot we have lost.
Ashish, he was more ready, bro. He was more ready.
Because the academy was kind of ready, and वो player chop and change, if you see, सैफ के time में बहुत होता था. Like some days Darren Fletcher used to step in.
Some hard calls. He used to take some very hard calls. And that's what
कभी-कभी Gary Neville, John O'Shea के बीच में swaps होते रहते थे in major game. West Brown, इसीलिए तो West Brown was one of the most vital players in our Champions League campaign because he was made ready.
John O'Shea bloody played in all positions. आगे गोल मारता था.
Manchester derby में तो अच्छा करता था Mr. John O'Shea, by the way.
Saf was one of the prime examples of how you exactly rotate your squad and how you adapt in the Premier League, basically. In terms of situations, because we have historically Saf's time maybe we haven't played the most amazing football in all the games, but we have managed to scrape through because the bench was always ready to step up. That was one of the major factors.
Richardson, एक player था आप लोग का, who went to Sunderland.
वो
आके गोल मारता था.
तो he was he turned into a left back.
And थोड़ा सा I mean थोड़ा सा leeway तो देंगे City fans को कि we United fans know how injuries hurt you in a season, and आपका एक stellar Ballon d'Or player injured हुआ है पूरे season में, it wrecks your season apart. In all honesty.
Agreed.
Rico Lewis is still not ready to take up that role as a CDM, so he's still learning, right? And already media उस पे चढ़ गई है. Fair enough.
SP, what is your thought on
Rico Lewis? Yeah.
नहीं, Rico Lewis again, I think वो position उसका again you would have also seen that, मतलब the position that you think Rico Lewis would be the best in versus the position where Guardiola.
What is his best position according to you?
I think center back is probably where he should be for some time. मतलब क्या होता है उसको थोड़ा
in a back three you mean?
Yeah,
अच्छा,
but
okay.
हाँ, and CDM में भी उसको एक बार मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ give him some time to play 2-3 games. See, if you see ना energy भर के है उसमें, ठीक है. You see any position that he goes to, and there was a lot of criticism on him, right, when he missed certain times in the defense.
Varun बोल रहा है bench.
नहीं, actually Varun, I think you have a point. Point being that यहाँ पर again, sorry, I'm cutting the conversation, लेकिन मैं यहाँ पर क्यों कर रहा हूँ? I think Guardiola right now, in a very weird sense, is very rigid as Postecoglou. He should just change the system. मतलब इज इट अ कॉल फॉर अ सिस्टम चेंज? क्योंकि रिको लुइस भाई, तो अभी आप इन्वर्ट वो सब कर रहे हो गाइज. यू शुड बी नोइंग व्हेन यू हैव फुल बैक्स और नॉट हैव फुल बैक्स. दे डोंट हैव फुल बैक्स ब्रो. आपको डबल प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए वहां पर.
I think at the end of the day we are just seeing too much into this things. ठीक है, ये मतलब कैसा हो रहा है ना कि मतलब ये सेम
ब्रो
चीज
लास्ट 10 गेम्स में एक विन ब्रो. दैट्स नॉट सिटी
ये
मैन.
सेम चीज करके
No, no, it is City. It is City, but in a different year.
In a different year.
2009.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is these things can happen. मतलब मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ. And a lot of focus being put on Rodri just not being there. Bullshit. A lot of things are going wrong at the same time. And it
But
does
how is
happen.
it how is it bullshit when it actually corresponds with your record?
No, it
Because
does
that same
happen.
record everyone bragged about until Kobe Mainu stopped it.
No.
That you know, that record was every game it was adding a match. Then it became only in Europe. Then it became only in cup competition. Then it only became in league. Like, I'm just saying, because it actually corresponds with the record. Whatever, the record's the
I know,
record.
भाई जब रिकॉर्ड बनता है तभी उसको आता है लाइमलाइट में. जब तक रिकॉर्ड नहीं बनता तब तक कोई बात नहीं कर रहा उसका. ठीक है, ऑल द गेम्स दैट सिटी वन
Nice.
Well handled, bro. Shrivatsa, I have to give you that.
भाई आज असली बैंटर हुआ है यार, बहुत दिन बाद.
असली भाई ये तो प्रॉपर हुआ है और चाहिए भी. And you know what, this needs to be, someone needs to be brave enough to actually question Guardiola. I'll be very honest with you कि there have been some decisions. और मैं देखो system change etc. All I'm saying is रमित ने बोला है Walker has literally been 2016 वाला ब्रानिस्लाव इवानोविच वाला सीजन रहा है. 2016-17 में जो खत्म हो गया था ब्रानिस्लाव इवानोविच. मतलब we noticed 2 games, I think was it against Swansea, I remember that game, जहां पर हमें पता चल गया था भाई he's finished.
कुछ प्लेयर्स पता लग जाता है आपको.
वॉकर का हो गया भाई वो. तो आपके पास अगर नहीं है ना, Aspilicueta last year, you can say that absolutely. So they are squad players, they're not your starters anymore. And I'm being very honest वहाँ पर, क्योंकि sometimes even your legends need to go through that phase. You don't want to play them just for the sake of playing. Or that is what I'm saying, because you don't have a right back ready. Why don't you actually put a system change so that you have 2 people protecting that wing?
Ankit, I'm pretty sure वो plan में होगा. मतलब I'm just saying he's right now not revealing all the plans online. हमें नहीं बता रहा ना कि मैं नहीं वॉकर को ही रखूंगा पूरे season. All I'm saying is right now he has certain tools and which he is trying to do make best. ठीक है. It's definitely an aging squad. He is getting Gundogan back the best decision for a fan, yes, but for reality and for the team नहीं.
पता है एसपी भाई, ये aging squad को अगर कोई फॉर्म में ला सकता है तो वो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड है भाई. इस वीकेंड सिटी का अगर रिसर्जेंस शुरू करना है तो वो
जैसे चेल्सी ने किया था मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड को in a weird way
to actually start the ripple effect. भाई हम ही कर सकते हैं, because कल का परफॉर्मेंस, if you haven't watched कल का यूनाइटेड परफॉर्मेंस ना, अगर आप देख लोगे ना, सिटी फैंस will be really confident about Sunday.
देखा मैच कल का?
हाँ, मैं देखा कल. And it was, मैं भाई my wife was like, क्यों चिल्ला दो इतना, मतलब क्या घटिया खेल रहे हैं यार. मैं हर मिनट पे बोल रहा हूँ कि क्या चल रहा है. ठीक है, लैक ऑफ फुटबॉल IQ, टट्टी फुटबॉल IQ चल रहा है. अगर हॉयलैंड 2 गोल नहीं मारा होता ना, एम्बैरेसिंग डिफीट होता कल. बच गए.
He's finding his feet,
हॉयलैंड, and हॉयलैंड इज फाइनली, उसको दिख रहा है कि सर्विसेज मिल रही है, तो he is starting to deliver the goods. But I think what we will see, and talking about United perspective in this game, I think we should come what we should be expecting from United, and Nathan might pitch in as well. Again, we'll see that conservative approach is weekend that we saw against Arsenal first half. We'll try to keep the ball a lot, but this season City ka press utna strong nahi raha hai than the previous seasons, right? So in this way, we could actually avoid like a first half demolition that we have seen in the past at Etihad. Like 3-0 ho jata hai, 2-0 ho jata hai, and we're completely out of the game by the 25th minute. We might not see that. And again, we will see a weird playing combination in this weekend. I think we might see Menu and Ugarte starting in this one. And again, we might see, I think let's give a shout out to Anthony last game. He was very good. कल रात को
क्या रोल में देखते हो एंटनी को, मतलब गोइंग फॉरवर्ड?
राइट विंग बैक में कल एंटनी अच्छा खेला, पता है.
बेस्ट प्लेयर यार यूनाइटेड का क्या,
इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूं, क्योंकि
but he is not the long term solution. He should be sold, but वो अच्छा खेला. I think
Nathan, was it you we discussed, right? Remember that the only way Nathan We can use Anthony's basically make him
But
run.
नहीं
Make him
खेलना
run, that's
चाहिए.
it.
But नहीं खेलना चाहिए. And I'll come to one more point where you're talking about Walker and Vivek भाई might get riled up. मैं ये शुरू से बोल रहा हूँ. Right now in the current City team, Mazraoui walks into that team replacing Walker for the future.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Come on, yeah.
Agreed. Right now, why not?
Over whom? Over Walker.
Over Walker currently. If we are saying, if you are all agreeing that Walker is finished,
You know what?
Mazraoui walks in
Let's
that
do
team.
that. You know, Ashish, let's go around the table. भाई सब लोग chat में भी जुड़िएगा. भाई सब लोग like कर दीजिए और भाई अभी the 35
Controversial
minutes moving to the
statement है,
screen.
but it's true.
Quickly, guys, before we
50-50
okay,
मेरा
एक second.
बनता है, but
I'll just actually touch upon that point itself.
Nice.
सब लोग भाई यहाँ पर please check out Being Sarangi. You can check out first line description. Check out Sports on Nathan भी. उनका भी tagged है. Sports on Nathan, Being Sarangi, first line the description भाई tagged है. Give them some love. भाई हमें भी कुछ love दीजिए. पता नहीं बाकी जगह love बांटते वो करिए लेकिन साथ में हमें मत भूले यार. सब लोग do not forget to like the stream as well as subscribe on both our channels. चलो coming to Ashish's point ना.
by the way हम
सब
लोग
लोग
watch
ये
along
बोलिए.
कर रहे हैं मैनचेस्टर डार्बी का with SP
चलो भाई सब लोग
and Ashish.
नोट करना.
Please do join if you guys can. Yeah.
तो
And
both the
Nathan
channels,
को भी
Sports
join
on
करिए on
Nathan
his live
and
stream as
Being
well if he
Sarangi.
does it. Yeah.
तो आशीष ने
Yeah.
बोला है that Mazraoui gets into that City side in place of Walker on current form. That's the key.
Because
on
we
current
decided
form.
on the fact that Walker is declining.
हाँ, and I actually agree with Ashish. हाँ, मैं directly बोलता हूँ.
Okay.
On the other hand, आप बोलो right now combined 11 पर player नहीं बनाएंगे हम. How many United players on current form get in the City side? भाई, I'll go on the table. सब लोग बोलिएगा. Ashish, continuing with you. Who all?
तीन या चार लोग आ सकते हैं based on current form. 3 आ सकते हैं. ब्रूनो
Mount
आएगा
तो
for
नहीं जा रहा,
sure.
वो तो पक्की बात है.
नहीं ब्राउन. ब्रूनो आएगा, ठीक है. Since City does not have Rodri, Ugarte to completely goes in. Ugarte has been really good for the past 2 or 3 games.
Ooh, big call.
Because we have seen not only the defensive side of Ugarte, we have seen Ugarte scoring 2 assists as well in the last 2 times he's played. He's played some good through balls. The distribution ball, he's been good. So Ugarte walks in today because Rodri had. Rodri hota to obviously Ugarte is nowhere near Rodri, right?
And Kovacic is injured, so you're not counting him.
Exactly. So मैं current context पे ही बात कर रहा हूँ based on the starting.
तू उगारते बोला. अच्छा, okay.
Ugarte.
What's the third name?
हाँ, Bruno, Ugarte, and the third name will be Mazraoui because Walker and Rico Lewis have been not.
And no Ahmad. On the
no
form
Ahmad.
He is in, by the way.
He is in good form, but I would still like to. Savinho is playing decent.
Savinho.
Not Savinho, Silva, Bernardo Silva.
No.
Savinho अभी शुरू
Savinho का
हुआ है.
stat दिखाया था अभी by the way.
Savinho अभी कुछ शुरू हुआ नहीं. Savinho अभी शुरू हो रहा है. Silva might be placed in that third wing, inverted right wing kind of situation. I would like to have Ahmad there, but एक और controversial बोल सकता हूँ. अब हालैंड तो score नहीं कर रहा है. Højlund is scoring goals.
Behave now, please. Behave.
But नहीं करूँगा ना.
Behave.
I'm just kidding for banter. But only 3 players go into that team for me: Bruno, Ugarte, and Mazraoui. Legend.
अभी विवेक से पूछते हैं. Quickly, Vivek, neutral opinion.
Okay, Swine बोल रहा है Onana, no way, dude. Over.
कल रात का mistake देखा भाई.
He's joking.
Okay. I think I get the Maza wala argument. I get it. Current form में if Walker has declined and has lost the legs, दौड़ नहीं पा रहा है, भाग नहीं पा रहा है, cannot stay fit, then Maza, of course, yes. I would take Ahmad and Bruno.
Okay.
Ahmad, Bruno and maybe 50-50 for Mazraoui. बस यही 3. Or nobody else works in.
Let's ask the City fan, भाई. श्रीबत sir, do you agree with this? जो बोला है आशीष.
Not agreeing with the Mazraoui bit right now. See, again, when I did say कि Walker is aging, I meant कि उसकी speed used to be his biggest key point. He used to like outrun even strikers and all, but अब वो नहीं कर पा रहा. But then there's an experience and all that comes that stopping other stream strikers. वो I would still give it to Walker. It's a 50-50 bit, and I would not replace him at this point. But yeah, Bruno would walk into this team.
Bikku का comment लीजिए ना.
Anthony Goat, भाई, why not?
अरे.
Again, I think this I do feel कि मतलब Anthony is the best player of United, so him I would add. Anthony के बिना
आज के दिन में
and
Shrivat might be harsh, but
He's factually actually a lot better than Grealish. You're right. I agree. with
I was going to say the same thing. You know what? It
भाई
might be
14
And
goals
cheaper.
है
And cheaper.
and cheaper.
Tackles one में
Oh,
तो
भाई
actually
How much did he spend on? Wait, how much did he spend on Guardiola as a left back? Right.
65, right?
70-80 के आसपास
US
है
वन में अगर पूरे यूनाइटेड का ऐड कर दे तो शायद ग्रिलिश उससे ज्यादा हो लेकिन
अरे भाई
कर सकता है
let's get Srivat sir out of applause, bro.
क्या बोला मैं मिस कर गया क्या बोला
Him on the bench one more game.
ग्रिलिश इतने फाउल्स जीतता है ना जो अंपायर होता है कि सिटी को किक दे इतना मुझे लग रहा है पूरे यूनाइटेड का मिला तो ना ग्रिलिश से ज्यादा लेता है क्योंकि ग्रिलिश इज दिस मास्टर ऑफ गेटिंग
And then you have Haaland scoring goals of
Crazy
free
player.
kicks क्या
हाँ तो उसको रहने दो वो अपना टैकल सही से खेल रहा है but lot of city players are like utterly out of form right now I would say maybe 4 United players could walk in मतलब बहुत सारे
अभी भी मतलब that means Nathan, do you agree with that on paper right now also मतलब City are going on his favorites especially at home ना despite the form मतलब there's no two ways about it right इस game में तो with that
I still
approach
I also agree about 3 to 4 players.
Okay.
तो what should be the approach? What is the approach you like to see मतलब क्योंकि it's a new system there are people already saying कि भाई this United personnel is not fit for Amorim system and all that it's too early in my opinion where are you thinking
We will get to the personnel after Srivatsa leaves because I have words. I have words. For
बोलो भाई श्रीवत का कहाँ
अरे
डर रहे हैं भाई
बोलो
No, I know because I want to answer this. I think
Please,
I
please.
think how we should answer how we should approach
Fasten your
this is
seatbelts, everyone.
very simple. No, I'm just talking about how we should approach the game. I think we should be extremely conservative and get a point. I think momentum is key for us. Again, I can't care about what other teams want to do because we have to kind of salvage our own momentum. I think if we get 3 points, we will do fantastically well. And I would really love to hear what Pep has to say after that because our team is shit. Our team does not know how to play the formation.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter who's injured on both sides because I don't think we should be favored in any sense of the way.
So, that's why I made that statement, bro. Like if City loses to this United side, then the City blip is official. That's it.
आशीष मतलब in terms of approach you agree with Nathan यहाँ पर in
मैं
terms
तो बोला
of
हूँ मैंने वही point बोला था right we will try to play the same defensive tactic try to keep the ball as much as
ठीक
possible
है लेकिन personal अगर let's go to personal because
personal,
the
okay.
personal that you're going to play because whatever be it City का हम भाई fact being they've not been the same in terms of wing play जहाँ पर हम बात कर रहे थे right वहाँ पर and you have seen that I think the FA Cup मतलब as a Chelsea fan I can never forget that game FA Cup final for obvious reasons so you actually beat them by the switch of play मतलब if I remember right
transitional play में we beat them in FA Cup
correct transition and on switch of play or the wing play आपने definitely beat किया था तो with that मतलब एंटनी मजाक में बोल रहे थे अमाद seriously has done well लेफ्ट विंग में अब डालो का मैंने देखा था कुछ कमेंट्स I am still basically jury's out वाला मामला है डालो is not probably the right guy to be there right
मैं तो शुरू से बोल रहा हूँ डालो has to be a sell इतने मिस्टेक्स उस पर डिपेंड नहीं कर सकते भाई some games he'll turn up some games he'll be absolutely shit वो Fortmob ratings लास्ट सीजन का निकालो भाई 7 वो 7 छोड़ो if you मेरे आई टेस्ट पे तो डालो completely फेल हो रहा है like if you
तो solution क्या है आपके लिए मतलब क्योंकि Luke Shaw and Malacia are not reliable anyway
that's why I think right now
okay hold on I have to cut you off Ash sorry you say he fails the eye test right so I have a question to ask you
go for it
if the shoe was on the other foot and Mazraoui and Dallo were injured can Luke Shaw and Malacia play on the right hand side
nahi
so we're saying
I see what you mean I see what
exactly
you mean.
we're saying he's failing but he's
लेकिन
only played left back
done
this
that
season.
if I'm not wrong Portugal के लिए भी ना
no so he did it when he went to AC Milan on loan
yeah
he does it in Portugal because Santos and Martinez are both absolute scrubs except Santos is a lot better Martinez is a bum let's just leave that at that let's not even go any further Martinez is an absolute bum it's like
it's like इसकी बात हो रही ना पहले कंफर्म कर देते हैं by the way
लीचा right
लीचा
no I'm talking about Dallo
yeah so
We don't have anyone that can play the right hand side. Dallo, in my opinion, every game is the easiest scapegoat because in reality, no one can actually play that position except him.
But how do you
None of them.
explain, Nathan? How do you explain me the continuous mistakes he makes every game? ठीक है, आप कोई भी
Okay.
You
I
claim on
love
the
that
right.
question. You know what?
हाँ,
I love that question. I'll explain
हाँ,
it to you.
हाँ.
You know how everybody hates Bruno Fernandes, right? Like our own fan base. You know how they hate them, right? Like hate him.
They do, but not the majority of the fan base, I would say.
No, but I'll just put it like this.
हाँ.
Why is a grown man telling other grown men which position they have to stand in for a new manager when the manager is new to everybody?
भाई सुनो,
everyone needs to buy time. Basically, what Nathan is saying.
Every single game this Amorim era, I have seen Bruno Fernandes tell every single player where to stand and where to hit the ball. And he's getting abuse every game week, saying he's not fit to be a captain. Let me tell you something. There's not one player on that team that is fit to be captain except Bruno Fernandes.
हाँ, अरे हम बात Dallo की कर रहे हैं, right? At this point, why are you switching to Bruno?
I'm trying. Why I'm changing it to Bruno is I'm trying to explain to you that nobody knows what the hell they're doing, and Dallo is the easiest.
The Portuguese connection, Nathan, is that what you're getting to?
No, he is a right back playing at left back. For the
But
last
Dallo का आप
18
last
months.
season का भी तो बताओ.
अरे last
Because
season
we
भी
had
तो
no,
ना.
again because we had no choice.
No, like Nathan, I would like.
just a
Can I
mid-
come there? One second.
He just
That
Dallo
example-
played mostly
living
right
in a
back last
defender's
season.
body at the end of the
हाँ.
day.
Let's talk about some more
Dallo did
examples.
not play mostly right back last season because we didn't have Mazraoui and Shaw and Malacia were injured for the majority of the last 12 months of that
Nathan,
season.
1 second.
I'll
मेरा
come to
पॉइंट
that.
यहाँ पर है, कमिंग टू दिस डालो पॉइंट, राइट? आई स्लाइटली डिसएग्री यहाँ पर. देखो, मैं यहाँ कंपेयर करूंगा विद टुकल्स चेल्सी बिकॉज द सिस्टम वाइज इट वाज नॉट वेरी डिफरेंट टू व्हाट एन Amorim is trying to play, right? In that Chelsea there was and great, we did absolutely great for months together, right? Lekin there was a lot of criticism and fair criticism that he tried to play Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic as well as Hudson-Odoi as a wing back. अब वहां पर I can agree because they are not defenders, right? Dallo is a defender, right? Marcus Alonso, Chilwell को ले लो. Chilwell changed his game. Chilwell is a defender. He changed his game and he improved. Yes, you need to buy time. वो part में agree करो Nathan से that you can't kind of be judgmental on Dallo alone and not others, especially when it's not your position. लेकिन
Also
he is
he
still
had a
defender.
fantastic season. He also had a fantastic season playing majority left back in a back four system last season. I would argue he was one of the players of our season last season. Now we are in a back
that's
three.
the whole thing. That's the whole thing, Nathan, bro. See, if you see the most matches, ना अगर आप, मैं इसीलिए बोल रहा हूँ, just remove Fortmob ratings of 7.2 average last season.
I don't care about that.
Exactly.
I don't care about
Please don't care about it because why I'm saying you in every of the matches उसने कुछ बहुत सारे vital mistakes करे because why we have considered he might be great on 95% of the game.
Defensive errors is what Ashish is
Defensive
trying to
errors.
say.
Yeah,
He forgets to track the defender. तो हम लोग set pieces पे गोल खाते हैं. He forgets to track back, and we have seen a lot of videos where Rashford and Dallo did not even track back, and Liverpool scored.
So
And
I agree with you.
I have a मेरे पास एक paragraph है.
Wait, hold on. Just to add that point, I just want to add to your point itself, Ash. The reason Dallo has been suffering is because Rashford doesn't track back. If you remember 4 seasons ago, when Luke Shaw and Marcus Rashford were completely in sync, it was when Marcus Rashford was the last season he was tracking back before he had that back injury. After that, he has stopped tracking back and he exposes every time. You see this game coming up tomorrow, right, on Sunday. He will make a bad pass.
I get your point, but
and he will expose the entire side.
But in the recent press conferences, right, Amorim has absolutely told that these players don't run back. So ये excuse नहीं है कि so Dallo is also not running back as he should be as a defender. That's his primary job. Let alone Rashford and everything.
So then I'd ask you, I'd counter that by simply saying, why does Amorim still pick him?
Because he has no choice at this point.
Play Lisandro.
Hold on. A fit Luke Shaw. अगर Luke Shaw fit होता, Luke Shaw left back पे खेलता, ठीक है? Dallo was not going into that squad. And Mazraoui was at the right back. And Euro, Dillit and Martinez would have been our three centre backs. Let's be absolutely honest here.
I agree. But
we are seeing Dallo more because we have a scarcity in the squad. Else Dallo, the amount of mistakes he has made, does not walk into the squad.
But also remember one important thing. If the opposite were true, our left backs cannot cover the way Dallo can cover for us on the left back. They cannot cover right back the way. The thing is also his utilization is a big factor here, I think, as well.
See,
Not the fact that he's fit as well.
His versatility is actually being termed as a greater asset than what he actually does on the pitch. So that's clouding over all his errors, what he's doing, because he's versatile. I don't agree with this. He's not the right profile player for United.
एग्जैक्ट इसलिए आशीष ने बोला ना ये अग्रीज आई आस्क्ड पर्सनल पर जाते तो भाई कॉन्वर्सेशन शुरू होगा आई न्यू इट दैट इज कमिंग ब्रो भाई श्रीपद हैज टू गो आई नो दैट यहाँ पर डालो का टॉपिक चल रहा है विवेक का यू नो मैंने ट्वीट हाईलाइट किया था गाइस लेकिन श्रीपद सा बिफोर यू गो आई वुड लव टू नो from your point who are those two players you think will win this game and please tell me that De Bruyne is starting and him and Haaland have a connection. Which probably midweek you were unlucky not to kind of get that result. But what is your prediction?
Yes, I think midweek totally deserved loss ही था क्योंकि they didn't convert any of the chances in the D area. Right now again if they have to win, वही KDB has to मतलब he's playing well. मतलब he's getting great game plays inside the D. Haaland. And if you're relying on only one person, na bhai, he has to perform. And if he doesn't, then Silva and all have to get back to that form. But that being said, my prediction is it's not an easy match. 50-50 chance. Like United can also win it.
No, don't become a referee, bro. Come on. Bro, come on.
Form call करना पड़ता है. Fan बन के मत बोलो कि 6-0 जीतेंगे. Form देखो, लग रहा है 50-50 है. United under Amorim.
It's going to be a proper derby. मतलब कौन ज्यादा mistakes करेगा वो हारेगा. Basically वो point है. I guess that's what I understand.
Mistakes नहीं बोलना, but हाँ, जो भी ज्यादा अच्छा खेलेगा. So
City fans a lot admit, bro. Why? Come on. But anyway, big ups for you.
But I do think it's not going to be a draw. That's just my prediction. मुझे लग रहा है one of the teams.
You always have an upper hand against us, man. Be confident. Be confident. Back your team. बोलो जीतेंगे, फाड़ के जीतेंगे. Home पे यार,
फॉर्म से लग रहा है कि could be.
बकरे को हलाल कर रहा है आशीष ऐसा लग रहा है.
होम गेम है. I think it's going to be a cracking game जैसे एसपी बोला.
अमित ये ज्यादा हो गया भाई. Banter apart, I get it. But श्रीवत्सा भाई, big up to श्रीवत्सा. Again मजाक मस्ती में हम banter करते ही है, लेकिन I think first of all
he defended really well.
Yeah.
And I must say bro, श्रीवत्सा great to talk. I think हम काफी दिन बाद मिल रहे हैं by the way, me and श्रीवत्सा.
I think SP bhai should play CDM instead of Rico Lewis on the weekend.
proper athleticism होगा क्या बोलते हैं.
Again a great point to be on this panel, but again just to मतलब clearly tell, defending से ज्यादा acknowledging bad form चल रहा है, खराब खेल रहे हैं. Acknowledgement is my part, and let's see क्या होता है weekend.
जी भाई, see you very soon. Of course, all the best. मैं एक्चुअली बोलना बोल जाते जाते मैं बोला यार इस
तो बता रहा था डालो वाला बैंक.
अच्छा रुपेश यहाँ पर बोल रहे हैं जीतेगा हमारा मर्जी.
अचिंत को भी पसंद है डालो. Nathan also likes डालो.
No, listen, I the reason I'll defend him is very simple. It is
because he's being played out of his position. That's
first of all, and second of all is he's been played to death. Everyone got rotated in the back line last season except him. He and Bruno Fernandes played more minutes than probably the goalkeeper.
Agreed. That's a good point. That's a point I would agree.
I mean, everyone goes tired. Apparently, Dallo and Bruno aren't allowed to get tired or have bad games, apparently. So it's very interesting. And the other reason
and your backups are always not available. No?
Yeah,
that's
actually, to answer Ronak said if Shaw and Malacia were fit, we would have Mazraoui at right back. So we would not play, we would bench Dallo. Yes and no, because Ronak, if you see what he's currently doing, if we assume this is to be maintained for the rest of the season, Dallo will at least get every 1 in 3 games no matter what. So if we didn't have Dallo, then we would burn out Mazraoui because Malacia and Shaw can't play right back. That's what I'm saying about Dallo. Dallo can go this side and that side if you need him during the game or before the game.
ठीक है, इस सीजन हम खिला भी लेंगे. ठीक है, we will survive our season with Dallo. But do you see him as our prime right back next season?
I see none of them as nobodies at the moment.
Mazraoui has to be that way, if I'm honest. मैं आशीष और Nathan आपके लिए especially by all the United fans in the chat. You remember the famous quote by Mourinho? 11 Azpilicuetas मुझे दे दो, I am happy. ठीक है. Right now, I believe so. If you're a United fan, you are saying that about Mazraoui, and that's how good the signing has been, in my opinion. Right? Problem यही है. Mazraoui has done that role for Bayern. Mazraoui has done that previously in his career as well. for Morocco, you see that, right? As in, that's a fact that he's
World
done
Cup
that.
semi-finalist, man. He was
ठीक है,
prime in
वो
that World
करा
Cup.
है. अब issue वही है, he's been so good at that back three खिला रहे हैं ना, right center back position, that you don't want to move क्योंकि वो dynamism देता है. अब that is where a Lenny Oro comes in. That is where Lenny Oro, if he was fit enough, he was match fit enough for basically playing 90 minutes, he would have been your guy in Mazda, he would have played. But it's such a big game, and it is a big game, भाई. आप believe करोगे नहीं करोगे? Yes, it is Manchester City at the Etihad,
Season-defining
but
game for both seasons. Both teams.
yeah, because you can't afford a third straight loss, in my opinion. You just cannot, in my opinion. Just in the Premier League, I think you have to kind of go for it. It's a big game, and again, it's an early big test. It's not that कि भाई आप sudden से बोल दोगे Amorim out, nowhere close. He's just been hired bro yesterday. लेकिन point being that this is the first real big test. I think would it be fair to say, Vivek, that this is not a game जहां पर आप बोलोगे that it is not at least a draw तो possible है भाई. With this City form for United, you would, if you're United right now, you're saying that we are still good enough, not great right now, but we are still good enough to kind of at least get a draw out of this game, because City has been shit as well, to be honest, in the last 10 games.
कल के मैच के बाद तो no way.
Absolutely. मतलब United will be there to take the win. ठीक है. If anybody is saying elsewhere कि नहीं 1 point के साथ हम लोग खुश हो जाएंगे, that is maybe after the game has panned out, but they are there to
remember I said it before we played. Just remember I said before we played.
And the thing is कि City का फॉर्म इतना अच्छा नहीं रहा है. लुल्ले मुल्ले टीम्स आके उनको हरा रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो why not United? So derby game
भाई उनकी डिफेंस is totally gone bro.
बोलने दो ना बाबा, बोलने दो अभी टाइटल जैसे बाहर हो चुके हैं.
मैं ऐसे ही बोल रहा हूँ कि everybody is beating City, then why not United basically? हम तो नहीं हरा पाए भाई, आज तक नहीं हरा है ना.
मिट्टी में टीम क्यों नहीं हरा सकती अगर पैलेस दे सकता है?
हम लोग नहीं हरा पाए.
That's Premier League for you, na Ashish, but that's Premier League for you.
Ashish, we have always said that Crystal Palace is a tough team. Everyone banters us when we lose to them, and then when everyone else goes to Sellers Park, no? Hey, Crystal Palace was
Crystal Palace is
they played really well, yeah.
Sellers Palace is a boogie team for every big squad, ठीक है ना?
By the way, अच्छा,
छोटा स्टेडियम है ना.
Guys, it's been close to 1 hour. The chat, the discussion has been so much fun. मतलब मेरे लिए तो भाई, trust me, I have not had so much fun in a panel for a good while. अगर आपको अच्छा लग रहा है what we are discussing, if you love the panel,
रुपेश माफ कर दे भाई, रुपेश.
Without bring Sarangi Sports and Nathan, और भाई we have to discuss थोड़ा बहुत, हम गरीबों के चेल्सी आर्सेनल भी वेटिंग लिस्ट में भाई बात करना है. लेकिन मैनचेस्टर डर्बी गाइस, सब लोग मतलब टैक्टिक्स सब बात हो गई है. आई थिंक पर्सनल वी हैव ट्राइड टू स्पीक. लेट्स कम अप विद स्टार्टिंग 11s. आशीष, गो फॉर इट.
क्या स्टार्टिंग 11 फॉर दिस गेम?
क्या लग रहा है?
So starting 11 इस गेम पे I think we will see Lenny Oro playing in this game. ठीक है? I think we will see Dallo. I think Amorim will try to field his best 11 in this one. So अभी ऑप्शन नहीं है तो I would obviously pick Dallo at left back, where to me Mazraoui was actually bought as a left back / right back option, but is never played at left back. But anyways, Dallo will start left back, like left wing back.
It's a case of Amrabat, remember?
Exactly. So we have Martinez, Dillett, and Euro playing. Mazraoui at right back, he will play. And in this game, I think Garnacho will start. Okay? Because Rashford was shit. Garnacho will start. And we will see Bruno at a more advanced role. And we will see like the advanced. And Højlund, I think, will start. Xerxes doesn't start in this game. And we will see Ugarte and Manu. I think this is the starting lineup.
Nathan, agreed with that? Or any changes you would make?
Ideally nahi hai, but this is what's going to happen basically for myself.
Got it.
Yeah, I would change that, but I'm actually okay with that lineup. I would make maybe a
Transition se
change
khelna
and move players somewhere else, but yeah. I would
Money
basically
Mace, he's okay now, right?
Money Mace
Making money
is very comfortably healthy, sitting on the bench, relaxing. That's it. Thank you.
चलो भाई.
No further comments. Thank you.
अच्छा, by the way, everyone, let's get in a quick prediction. Vivek, क्या लग रहा है? What's your prediction?
It's going to be a goal fest मेरे हिसाब से, for sure.
Yeah, mistakes आएंगे. I can see that happen.
बहुत
Yeah,
mistakes
100%. एंड दोनों टीम से गोल आने वाला है. इट्स गोइंग टू बी फॉर मी. आई वुड गो विद
It's a must win, right, for both the teams. Would
But
that be fair to say?
I would go for a draw. Huh, it is.
Correct.
At the end of the day, Manchester United is the biggest team in the country. Let's face it. And Manchester City has been the most successful teams in Europe
Recently,
in the last
yes.
decade
Fair
or so.
point.
Yes. So let's face it. ठीक है. So at the end of the day, Manchester Derby it's very relevant. ठीक है. Both teams will
Plus
be out
table
there
is
for the
telling itself, so you're going for the 3 points. It's a 6-pointer basically. It is definitely a 6
both
pointer
teams
right
will
now.
be going for the kill. But मैं चाहूंगा कि भाई it should be a draw. ठीक है. तो I'll go with a 2-all draw. चलो. ठीक है. Straight up. 2-all draw.
Interesting by Jayesh, by the way. 0-0 draw बोल रहे, हर्षा बोल रहे, both teams will be careful not to lose. I think no, they will want to go for the win. I think देखो City का इतना बोलूँगा, you want to change the momentum at some point. ना तो you want that win, bro. City are saying we want a victory in the Premier League proper, convincing victory हमें चाहिए. Ritin तो next level बोल रहे हैं.
Didn't they beat Forest like 2 weeks ago?
हाँ, they did beat Forest 2 weeks ago, but United, मतलब big victory, मतलब Forest देखो, with all due respect, yes, they've done brilliantly this season. लेकिन I think beating a traditional big six would be next level confidence. I think they would want to do that. But I think मैं यहाँ पर जा रहा हूँ with the City victory. Sorry United fans, I know panel भी खुश नहीं होंगे. मेरा reason यही है. Simply put that because of the fact that अगर if you looked at the midweek game, defensive errors hai, but I think they were still creating much. There was a connect between De Bruyne and Haaland. But I know Ashish has to run, by the way.
Yeah,
Ashish,
I have to drop. Yeah.
Big up to you, bhai. Nice conversation always.
आज तो banter हो गया जबरदस्त.
अपने गरीबों का बात करेंगे अभी anyway. Ashish, all the best and let's see what happens and we'll बात
But I'm going for a 1-0 win to City. I think conservative game होने वाला है.
Wow, interesting. Chalo, nice stuff. I will see Ashish very soon, guys.
City is winning 1-0.
ये सब tactic है bro, सब tactic है. चलो,
Arsenal वालों से सीखा है. Bye guys.
जाते बैंड कर दो. Come on. This is it.
Downplay अगर करना है तो Liverpool और Arsenal fans से Liverpool and Arsenal fans are the biggest download. हम पता है हम even form में भी नहीं होते, हम FA Cup फाइनल में जाके बोलते हैं हम जीत के आएंगे और जीत के आते हैं. Bye guys.
साला प्रीव्यू कहता तू मना कर रहा था, मैं बोल रहा था कि मैं बैक कर क्या साफ निकला बे यार तू. चलो ठीक है, मिलते हैं.
Bye.
Oh my god.
Bye.
चलो भाई, 1 घंटा हो गया है. गरीबों पर आ जाते हैं थोड़ा बहुत. बाय द वे, वी आर फ्लाइंग. अपने एकेडमी बॉयज डिड रियली वेल ब्रो. चेल्सी के, आई डोंट नो इफ यू गाइस सॉ, वी डिड कवर द मैच yesterday and I think we did really well. It was Astana, but minus 18 degrees. It's easier said than done. Trust me, I've been there. Minus 18 था Kazakhstan में, Borat के country में. So it was Dr. Astana.
In fact, Astana is the capital of Kazakhstan actually.
Yeah, in fact they're doing really well. मतलब we were reading yesterday, 2009 में club form हुआ था, and I think in the last 15 years they won 37 times. So that's but considering that minus 18 tha, I'm just glad that Pedro Neto, although he's unavailable against Brentford, he didn't get injured, bro. That's the biggest part. And Margu found his Suarez in him. Big words, huh? But jokes apart, Brentford, I know Nathan is a big fan of Brentford as well. He has a soft corner rather, right? Thomas Fry. I know we've had this discussion. Right. And they've had some form. मैं बोलना चाहूंगा, they've had some form. They are definitely a goal scoring team this season में. अभी Chelsea have rested. We played a B team in this particular game, and again हम offline बात ही कर रहे थे और विवेक कि भाई video see कि Nicholas Jackson को risk करेंगे considering he's on 4 yellows. For people who do not know, I think अभी भी 3 game बाकी होगा after this game week up until I think 20
game week 18. If I'm not mistaken, resets on game week 19. So
game week 18 पे reset होता है when you are suspended only once you get 10 yellow cards, right? So this is what abhi right now he still has 3 games including this game to take care of Nicholas Jackson. Yes, he's a forward, but knowing Nicholas Jackson, वो wait करता है कब yellow card लूं. But I don't know, आप लोग ने देखा है मरेस्का का interview. I think last win जो हमने लिया है ना, he was the one controlling Enzo कि भाई तू मत अपना शर्ट निकाल, येलो मिल जाएगा तुझे. और he was the one who got us back against Spurs in terms of भाई have the mentality, put the ball back at halfway line. So I think Nicholas Jackson has grown as a player in my opinion. But against Brentford, who is a physical team, Nathan, if you're Chelsea right now, matlab, do you think Nkunku, who didn't play in midweek, And that is the reason maybe many people are saying that he might start the weekend because of that. But I feel Nicholas Jackson should be a no-brainer. What do you think?
I agree. I think Nkunku, I don't think is going to work out at Chelsea. I have a strange feeling, sadly.
Because of what system, more or less?
I just think the Bundesliga curse is a real thing.
No,
I
no,
really
bhai,
think so.
performance-wise, he's done very well, right? Come on.
I mean,
Come
but
on, bro.
like,
Not going to buy that.
okay, fine. How many big games has he done well?
How many big games has he started?
How many big? But that actually kind of
Come
proves
on.
my point. But that only itself proves
Nine.
my
It doesn't
point.
prove
bro.
your point. We have a strong
But
squad, man.
You
Come on.
just, but you
How
just,
does it
but
prove
you
your
just,
point? No, man.
Ankit,
Come on. We have a strong
wait,
11
hold
was
on,
second,
wait,
and
wait,
I know
wait,
you're
hold
not
on.
fighting.
When you bought Nkunku, Nkunku was one of the most exciting players you all bought the year you all bought him.
At that point, yes, लेकिन वो
Yeah.
I think he
What
was
has
bought
happened
6
since
months
then?
prior to when he joined. Remember, उस 6
That's
months में
fine.
हमने बाकी signings किए.
No, but what I'm trying to say is I still think at that point of time he was the most exciting signing you all bought.
Correct,
And he
correct.
was on red hot form from the Bundesliga. He's come here.
Bro,
He's
but
not done
Palmer
well.
wasn't half the form what the Palmer is of today. Palmer wasn't there. Palmer is a cam. If you're telling me Nkunku starts over cam, sorry, bro, he doesn't. Simple.
I mean,
Whom does he start over in his position?
I would put Palmer at right wing and put him at cam.
I would agree with you. लेकिन मरेस्का मैं tactically समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. Why Maresca does not believe that works is because of the fact that he plays that Guardiola का 3-2-4-1 inverting Arteta का famous that kind of system in gameplay. So what happens is your fullbacks are exposed. Your wingers have to be at the byline. They cannot kind of come and tuck in. Palmer is someone who needs to roam. वहां पर we are totally exposed on the right wing. So if you're not having, say, a physical guy like a Madueke there or a Neto who has the energy legs to come back on the line, you are exposed big time. So defensive reasons ke karan you are having Palmer playing as a cam, and that is why we cannot have. So I would agree with you that Nkunku, in my opinion, should be playing agar Palmer usko fit kare. But are we brave enough in the Premier League to play with two camps? We are not. And that is where our midfield is, in fact, मैं बोलूंगा stronger because Enzo Fernandez, for all the banter and all the hate and all the stats that you want to put, the reality is that in recent times he is working very well. And the reason क्या है? Because Caicedo is becoming that inverting right back. So Caicedo is an inverting right back. You can play Lavia, who's playing like a Rolls Royce, and trust me on that, when he plays and is available, yes, big if. But when he does, he's next level. So with that, Enzo gets that freedom. If you play Enzo over Nkunku also, we'll talk about that aspect. Clearly, Enzo has more defensive ability than Nkunku, and he is more of a deep lying playmaker. So, agar aap, without the ball, it kind of suits the profile of Chelsea. Ab, Nkunku doesn't fit Chelsea because of the system. वो मैं buy करूंगा. But Nkunku hasn't done well in Chelsea. I will not buy one, without due respect. Simple.
So when does he get his opportunity to shine if he's not picked? Like you can only play
whenever he's
right?
picked, he's been performing. That's my point.
But he's not. But the thing is, he's not being picked in the important games, right? Like for example, if you play
Correct.
Arsenal tomorrow, there's no way he's going to bench Palmer, is he? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I mean.
देखो, Nkunku, again, there are rumblings saying that his game में शायद he'll play. That is why he did not play. There are also rumblings saying that he's not 100%. I don't know. Let's get in Vivek in the conversation. By Nkunku का profile when we signed, I don't think हमने anticipate किया था we'll go this system. And right now, we also didn't anticipate Palmer's terrific form, right? So and the winger जो हमने sign किया meanwhile, and that is become that Nkunku is not starting games. Right now, do you see Nkunku playing a part in this Brentford game or no, Vivek? If you are Maresca.
I'm not really sure, by the way. मुझे नहीं पता by the way. But having said that, Nkunku was somebody that we were interested in prior to when he signed for
the French connection always.
Yeah. जब Unai Emery भी था तब भी he wanted Nkunku. जब उसके बाद I think Mikel का भी पहला एक दो windows में भी he wanted to bring in Nkunku, but that never really went through that deal basically. But having said that, from a neutral point of view, Nkunku is somebody, as a neutral, I would want to see play alongside Cole Palmer in a Chelsea setup basically.
And he got the winner against Bournemouth. I just recollected, and he was the one where everyone struggled, by the way.
What's the story behind that balloon ka celebration, by the way? That's so cool, by the way.
I think if I'm not wrong, he started with his for his kid or something like that, and then he continued that, and that's what the thing is. But the fact that he आप उसमें भी देखो ना, मतलब इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज दैट ही एक्चुअली ब्लोज द बलून, तो ही इज अ एक्सपीरियंस्ड प्लेयर टू नो व्हेन ही शुड डू दैट, और वो भी
बट
इंपॉर्टेंट,
है
लेकिन
उसमें थोड़ा वो एक्स फैक्टर है, आप समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोल रहा
Yeah.
हूँ, तो ही
है
कैन
एंड
प्रोड्यूस दैट
ही इज अ
मोमेंट ऑफ
बेस्ट, मैं
मैजिक।
तो डायरेक्टली बोलता हूँ, ही इज अ बेस्ट गोल स्कोरर अपार्ट आफ्टर पामर इन टर्म्स ऑफ जस्ट गोल स्कोरिंग एबिलिटी. That's what I would say, that you sometimes just
What a
need that.
banger goal by Sancho that last Premier League game against Spurs, banger goal था यार वो वाला.
एंड वहां पर मरेस्का को क्रेडिट देता हूँ मैं, तो मरेस्का व्हाट इज डन ना, आई थिंक देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म ऑफ मरेस्का दैट बहुत ही जो लेस्टर फैन से आ रहा था, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, दे बेसिकली सेड दैट मरेस्का डज नॉट हैव अ प्लान बी. आप देखे थे अगेंस्ट मैन सिटी फर्स्ट गेम ऑफ द सीजन आफ्टर द प्री सीजन वी हैड, ही मेड श्योर ही चेंज द सिस्टम. समटाइम्स यू आर सीइंग, आप लेस्टर के साथ, आई रिमेंबर वाज इट Kukurea actually was actually wide and he wasn't inverting as much. So sometimes that is needed. But एक चीज पक्की बात है भाई, Kukurea has thrown those boots. It's reconfirmed by Mariska today. He's not been wearing the same boots, so hopefully वो slip नहीं करेगा. Guys, all the fans in the house, let us know what do you think Chelsea will begin, because with Felix not being 100% fit, not traveling to Kazakhstan, Nkunku as well, Enzo
That
as
guy
well.
is just he's just making YouTube videos, yeah.
कौन
Seriously, I'm not even making a joke. Before coming on here, I don't know how it's on.
अश्विन का भाई निकला है तो
Joao Felix training with
वहां टेस्ट मैच चल रहे हैं, यूट्यूब वीडियोस बना रहे हैं, यहाँ पर स्टार्ट नहीं मिल रहा, यूट्यूब वीडियोस बना रहे हैं भाई. फेलिक्स, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, ये वाला मैं आई विल बाय फ्रॉम नेथन. आई एम नॉट सोल्ड ऑन जॉ फेलिक्स. ही इज अ एक्सीलेंट सुपर स्किल्ड प्लेयर, ट्रस्ट मी ऑन दैट, super skilled player. लेकिन I think he would do better. I know very harsh, he would do better in five-a-side or beach football right now than Premier League. And I honestly believe that.
I
I'm not
agree.
sold on him.
I agree.
Too much of showboating when you really don't need that in the Premier League. You have to be more direct. And I think he's someone, I agree, that जहाँ पर I think Mr. Maresca has been hesitant to kind of start because वो position lose कर देता for nothing. But Abhishek तो actually बोल रहे Felix is so shit, send him back to last.
I agree. I tend to agree with this, by the way. But
अरे कोई नहीं. I know. I think विवेक को भी निकलना है in a minute. We are anyway going to be ending the stream in a few minutes, bro. But कोई नहीं. Let's take quickly Vivek's opinion before he goes. Vivek, Brentford, you play your FPL as well, bro. Which Brentford players do you have? Tell me that.
MVMO विसा बीच में था, but उसको
लेकिन
बाद
on
में
a
निकाल
serious
दिया.
note, which is that Mbeumo, is it time for Premier League clubs to kind of go for him, say in January?
Yes,
Just asking.
absolutely. Yes,
Absolutely. It should have been
Correct.
last season.
yeah.
तो भाई
Kudus,
Brentford, be
Semenyo,
careful.
MVMO, these are some of the players that will definitely move to bigger and elite clubs in near future. For sure होने वाला है 100%.
Brentford genuinely have some really good ballers.
Yeah,
And just
yeah,
because they play in the GTEC stadium, everyone doesn't give a crap.
yeah, yeah.
Genuinely good ballers they have in their team.
And
Agreed.
विसा का भी आप लेटेस्ट ये सीजन का गोल्स निकाल के देख लो. And
Oh yes, भाई
upped
Nathan,
his
what's
game.
happened? How is he scoring goals and all, bro?
Bro,
He's upped
I
his
told
game.
you, if you remember, a few months ago, I told you, Visa was the third man that would come on if Tony or Mbeumo was injured or
Yeah.
rotated. And he would,
Yeah.
he reminds me of, he's like a real super sub. He's a real impact player. And the best part is he's got to start. Tony leaving has actually somehow pushed Mbeumo and Visa to even be better. And
Missing in disguise.
it was always Mbeumo, Tony. Now we get to see Visa play regular. And my God, he's just as cold as anyone else in that team.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. मतलब you
I
have
mean,
to.
they have Kevin Schade come off the bench and score a hat trick. Yeah, I mean, if you don't think they're balling, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, seriously.
And इनका वो
Yeah.
Rodriguez striker भी जो था, he has come in from the Belgian league. वहाँ पे भी is a record signing apparently for Brentford as well. And
भाई
the
I'm
last-
telling you, bro, set piece में 2 goals खा सकते हैं हम लोग. We are that bad in set pieces, by the way. I have to admit वहाँ पर. I know Tosin is coming in because Fofana is injured, but that'll be interesting, guys. Vivek bhai, you have to go. I'll just do the 11s and then probably we'll end the stream. But
ये
before
bad
that,
at
Vivek
set
bhai,
pieces conceding में या फिर score करने में?
conceding, yeah, we are very bad, and even scoring. In fact, I know we finally scored again.
You scored 5
second
set
goal, I
piece
think.
goals already. आपका 22 open play से goals है, which is second in the league. आपका 5 set piece से goal है. आपका 3
But,
penalties है.
what I mean is
अच्छा
वो
है.
direct
It's a
set
very
pieces
well
जो होते हैं ना,
balanced.
जहाँ पर you are a threat in the box. We are not that team. We are far from that team. तो we are, मतलब हम लोग ironically ब्रेंटफोर्ड से लाया था अपना सेट पीस कोच for people to know it, ठीक है. तो वहां पर I think we are lacking big time, and I think that is where Brentford, if they can beat us, that's the best way they can. Physicality.
High scoring teams in the league this season. दोनों के दोनों, Chelsea and Brentford.
Yeah,
by the
दोनों
way.
है. Yeah, another high scoring match.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, I think so. And Brentford का record है कि they have कि GTEC Stadium has seen the maximum number of goals scored this season in the Premier League. So more number of goals is expected for sure. 100%. Never trust a man after.
पहले बोला आर्टेटा will win the Premier League, फिर यहाँ पर बारसा forever is like Chelsea winning the Premier League. Ritin is like never trust a man after 11 PM.
Maddie, Ehsan, welcome भाई.
भाई बाड़ेशिले वाला देखो भाई, to be honest, I think he has the ability, but he makes mistakes like Sanchez every game, bro. Or he doesn't fit as a right center back in that system. Tosin has to start, bro. मतलब I don't know, Abhishek or other Chelsea fans that I'm seeing the channel, let me know. I know midweek में Tosin खेला था. I don't know, मेरे बुरी वाली feeling आ रही है, disaster it will be. But Vivek, let's take a prediction from you. What are you saying?
3-2 Chelsea win मुझे लग रहा है.
3-2 Chelsea win, bro. मतलब मैं 3 points लूंगा at this point. And Vivek, honest opinion, Arsenal का भी हाँ quick prediction करते हैं, लेकिन we didn't get the time to discuss that in detail.
ठीक है.
By
No
bowling,
issues.
man, in midweek again, I must say,
कुछ
you missed chances, loads of chances.
Paper over the cracks और कुछ नहीं. ठीक है. तो it is season is.
देखो, Gabriel Jesus has flopped as a striker, but doing well in assists at best.
फुटबॉल खेलना ही भूल गया है भाई. वो चर्च में जाके फादरगिरी कर रहा है, पता है?
I can't believe experts were saying he's going to be the one that replaces Aguero a few years ago. That's so disrespectful to Aguero.
उसका
That's so
इंजरी के बाद ना,
disrespectful.
उसका पैर का कुछ तो हुआ, उसके बाद उसका फुटबॉलिंग सब भूल गया. वो खेलना है फुटबॉल, ठीक है. गैब्रियल मार्टिनेली को क्या हो गया है, हेजुस को क्या हो गया, स्टर्लिंग, आप स्टर्लिंग को क्यों भेजे भाई? Why have you sent Sterling to our team? हम लोग के पास
क्योंकि दुश्मन हो आप हमारे यार.
उसके वापस
डायरेक्ट है भाई, और कोई जवाब ही नहीं है.
उसको वापस लो. And
मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड भी ये सोचे थे इसलिए सैंचो को दे दिए. वो अलग बात है, सैंचो निकला अपना ट्रू.
Bro, I hope Sanchez does really well for you. Genuinely.
चलो, let's hope. But Vivek, before you go, bro, Arsenal Everton, टिप्पणी भाई. Everton suddenly has picked a little bit of form, I must say.
Yeah. They scored 4 goals in the last game, if I'm not wrong. And वो लोग भी set piece पे thrive करते हैं, by the way. It's not something which is talked about. Sean Dyche के आने के बाद, I think they have scored 30 to 33 goals from set pieces. तब से from 70 odd goals जो लोग वो मारे हैं last 1.5-2 सीजन में, उसपे से 30-35 गोल सारे सेट पीस के गोल्स हैं, बाय द वे. सो इट्स सेट पीस डर्बी है बेसिकली ये वाला गेम. नॉट अ डर्बी, but yeah, but I'll go for a home win, of course, but Premier League is done for us. I have no false hopes, and I'm just hoping for a strong finish and a longer run in the cup rounds, basically. Or इससे ज़्यादा मैं.
Wait. No. You're not escaping.
Gabriel is back, right? Gabriel is back, guys.
Yeah,
you cannot possibly escape this question. If Arteta does not win a trophy this year, is he out or not? Simple question.
Please.
For me, he's leaning towards out, yes. Leaning towards. Not a strong yes, not a hard yes.
So you would be Arteta out if you don't win anything this year?
It depends on how we fare in the Champions League, basically. It depends. Let's say
you're going to win. You mean?
No. Let's say we reach
look
the
at
semis.
Nathan's face, bro.
I genuinely want to know what is the threshold, because
I'm answering that.
I'm very nervous.
मैं वही आंसर कर रहा हूँ.
भाई, you won't believe, विवेक नेथन, मैंने बोला है that पहली बार इन सैकड़ों साल मुझे डर लग रहा है आर्सेनल might be at least coming to the close to the semis of the Champions League at least.
Yeah. So anything short of semis in the UCL, for me, I would throw in the hat for Mikel. But till that happens, basically, तो yeah, मैं उसको एक और सीजन दे सकता हूँ, and that is going to be the last, मतलब एकदम last वाला चीज, ठीक है. But the only thing that keeps me going or keeps me basically मतलब keeps me to back Mikel is कि उसका record against the top 6 teams in the last 3-4 years, ठीक है.
Oh yeah,
हारा नहीं है,
Agreed.
And you remember the old Arsenal teams which used to
कैपिचुलेट
हार
होती
जाता था
थी
against
बिल्कुल
Chelsea, against United, against Spurs.
बिल्कुल
No, not Spurs, चलो, but Chelsea, United, Liverpool, ठीक है.
नो फ्लो में स्पर्स बोल दिया यार स्पर्स को तो अलग
Liverpool,
ही बैंटर लेवल चल रहा है यार
वो तो fraud club है भाई, वो fraud team है भाई Spurs.
भाई एंज पॉस्टेकोग्लू में एंटरटेनमेंट देता है लेकिन सच में इवन दैट सेल इज दैट शिप इज सेल ब्रो इन माय ओपिनियन आई थिंक इट्स एक्सपायरी आ रहा है उसका अभी टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट बट ग्रेट टू हैव विवेक भाई विवेक ओपी मैन यहाँ पर आई जस्ट टेक अ कपल ऑफ चैट्स
बट आई होप कि मिकेल यूसीएल में अच्छा करे एंड रुक जाए एक और साल एंड आई थिंक कि वी आर सो क्लोज टू अचीविंग समथिंग टुगेदर विद मिकेल एंड काफी yes at the end of the day वो final finish line वो cross नहीं कर पाया but damn ये वाला काफी popular है but yeah so he's an Arsenal man through and through at the end of the day and he काफी close तक लेके आया है just need to see him cross the finish line with us and if he fails to do that even in the next season as well for sure I think वो खुद ही निकल जाएगा Nathan and Ankit.
How much have you spent? I heard you all have spent more than 600 since he has come here.
It's still short.
700 हो गया यार.
It's still short of what United have spent since Saf has left.
No. But hold on.
अच्छा किया
that is you're talking about, but that is 5 managers, not one manager. I'll stop you right there because you
Nathan,
said
thank you for
Manchester
saying it,
United. First of all, you said Manchester United, which is actually
अच्छा Nathan,
that is 5 managers.
अच्छा किया यार.
अरे when you Champions League, Jorginho
when Mikel का first season में ना we were finishing 8th, ठीक है, to come up from that ranks to compete with City back to back 2 season में तो लगता है खर्चा लगता है. And you cannot compete with teams like City and Liverpool with players like Socrates, Mustafi, इनके साथ आप compete नहीं कर सकते unfortunately. Elneny, no, unfortunately it can't happen. You need players like Rice, you need players like Odegaard.
Mentality is what has changed in my opinion, right?
Yes, exactly. So
मैं
वही ना बोला top 6 team. So the air changed basically now 2 seasons back when we dropped out of Europe. I think 3 seasons back. For the very first time in a long time and then we were hosting City at Emirates in the month of January if I'm not wrong ठीक है and that game में ना तो मार्टिनेली ने पूरा धो दिया था सिटी को हुआ कैंसेलो को ठीक है पूरा एकदम झाड़ दिया था वो मैच में and Rodri scored like a last gasp winner and they won the match 2-1 or 3-2 something like that at Emirates. That was the moment we knew कि भाई the tables are turning, the tides are turning and उसके बाद से Arsenal under Mikel Arteta has not lost a single game against the top 6 sides. That's some record at the
by
end.
The final I will not want to remember but you know what I'm saying right I'm going towards वो mentality is clear mentality तो change किया तो big ups to him लेकिन अभी भी
हाइट वाले प्लेयर्स ला रहा है सेट पीस में प्लेयर्स को वो कर रहा है
भाई लेकिन बॉटम लाइन नहीं है 6 साल में आप एक मेजर ट्रॉफी नहीं जीतोगे
he's bringing back the Steve Bold and Tony Adams वाले days mean defense bigger presence in the
combination चाहिए which probably something which he's going towards but let's see if time will win or him भाई विवेक ओपी हो जाए in the chat सब लोग विवेक I'll let you go bro I'll just take a few more chats मैंने स्टार करके रखा है लेकिन
thanks for having me Ankit bhai and thanks Nathan for all the banter and discussion
guys भाई being सारंगी
chat soon
being सारंगी
guys हम लोग कल स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं Arsenal watch along and weekend को भी हम लोग स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं Derby watch along and quiz streams हम लोग कर रहे हैं फ्राइडे को है मोस्टली प्लीज डू चेक अस आउट एंड जॉइन आवर स्ट्रीम्स एंड अंकित भाई को फॉलो करो स्पोर्ट्स नट नितिन को फॉलो करो ठीक है सबको फॉलो करो सबको प्यार दो हैव अ गुड नाइट हैव अ गुड हैप्पी वीकेंड एंड टेक केयर
एंड ड्रॉप पॉइंट्स फॉर मी ब्रो विवेक कम ऑन
टेक केयर गाइस चलो
बट आई मेन क्वेश्चन तो पूछा ही नहीं लेकिन we'll let Vivek go we'll ask Nathan that let's ask a neutral in the house bhai Vivek you're gone but Nathan what are you saying in terms of the title race honest conversation Liverpool I know we don't want to speak about it but now are Liverpool looking like I would put them like maybe 75% it's in their hands to lose
I don't know if I'd go that far honestly I definitely think it's their title to lose but I don't think it's as clear.
By the way I don't know if you heard Slot has quoted today I don't know he likes to quote people I must say Slot it's a dust thing really but उसने बोला है कि भाई Chelsea are the only team who are better than us among the big six that who played against us this season. Would you buy that as well in terms of
I
performances? Yeah, one can't argue.
I actually would agree.
Agreed. Huh? We deserved a draw in that game, to be fair. But saying that, even in that game, men against boys, तो लगा यार थोड़ा, Nathan. I would not say my team is ready. I would love to say that. I'm the first one to brag about my team.
But we'd also say Leicester wasn't ready now. Ankit, it's all about the moment in time.
But that
If you
that
are
cannot
to
be a
be-
benchmark. No, Leicester was a
No,
really
it's not a
exceptional.
it's not a benchmark. But why can't? Okay, let me put it in this way. Why can't it happen to Chelsea this season? Like
Of course,
what is to
मेरा
actually stop it from
Listen,
happening?
I'm not sorry, Liverpool fans, but I'm not like Liverpool fans where I'm just staying on the fence. Mera point is that among big games, yes, I'm not going to lie. Tottenham wale game ke baad mein, my confidence has gone next level. I also agree. Why? Because despite gifting by Cinderella boots of Kukurea, gifting 2 goals, we still beat them at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And I know it's Spurs, but still. Mera point is that after in the other games we've played well, decent against Liverpool, decent against City, but we lost those games. Arsenal United, you were there. We discussed that clearly. I don't buy that we are mentally even ready now. लेकिन अभी आप अगर last 2 press conferences देखो Mariska का, somewhere down the line he's asking the crowd to support us. He's asking, so he's looking like he can sniff it. लेकिन वो sniffy at the best. मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, keep this thing till January 25th. January 25th, why I'm parking? Dekho, January is when City's league starts. January is when we are playing them. Between now and January, which is a very busy period, on paper we have winnable games. Lekin teams like Brentford are not easy to win at the same time. So if we are winning those games, tab hum ja rahe January 25th, and then we beat City. Yes, I think if I'm not wrong, it's an away game. Then I think definitely yes, मैं बोलूंगा. Lekin now I think it's still early because they have a game in hand. Merseyside Derby got called off, and they have a game against Fulham this weekend. Why not doing great, just like Brentford, but I actually see them winning that game quite comfortably, going with the midweek performance. Nahin?
I'd agree.
But anyway, big up to each and everyone. Bhai Ramit, again, अगर मैंने chat लिया नहीं हो, भाई apologies. We try to take as much chat as possible. I believe we have covered all the major big 6 teams. हम generally बात करते हैं, more or less. Spurs की बातें नहीं हुई. We would love to continue the banter वहाँ पर, because I think they had a bantering मौका given last night. But that is Spurs for you. तो भाई क्या ही बोले. I still believe that they will get 3 points this weekend.
Oh, Rangers beat us 1-0 in extra time in preseason when we played kids, because all our team was in the Euros. They beat
अच्छा
us
भाई, मुझसे
1-0
याद
in
है
preseason.
नितिन, Astana का बात होता ना. I remember they beat you, by the way, in
They
Ole
beat us
Gunnar
2-1. We played our second string, but they 100% beat us. At the end of the day, it's 3 points. It's a group match. They beat us 2-1. But I can't
Vicky has a
believe
good point.
Spurs couldn't beat Rangers. Yeah, I mean, Ange just come from that league. It's just shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Like, it's, we can make the joke, it's Spurs, but I mean, some dignity, yeah, some kind of dignity. Like,
I think
Rangers,
the time bomb has started, bro. Sorry to say for Ange. I think it's just started.
and also the thing is, he and what's that guy's name? The Southampton guy. What's his first name? Martin. What's his name? The coach, Russell Martin. They are the
Russell
most.
Martin,
They are the most annoying interviewers in the league this year. They're the most annoying. They both are
Supposedly
going.
it's
We will
entertainment, huh?
not, bro. They're both going. We will not change our principles no matter what. First of all, there's 30,000 people that come to watch you play football in the what is it called, in the St. Mary's Stadium, and there's about 60,000 that come to watch you play in that, whatever you want to call it, whatever that new stadium is going to be called in the future of Spurs. I mean, it's insulting, yeah, to people who are paying money for this. Like, where is the IQ level? We always sit here and we go, oh, the players have no IQ. The players, no, bro. These coaches have no IQ, dude. What does this prove? When you lose every game, every week, and go, I will not change my principles. You know what you're called? You're called an idiot. You're not called. No one calls you a smart person for doing that. I don't. If anyone tells me Ange Postecoglou is a good manager, I'd laugh at them, because this
I
whole
agree.
stand by your principles, there is no flexibility whatsoever. He
Excitement,
knows
yes, but not the ideal
crazy.
coach. But ठीक है, we can go on and guys. Guys, जो भी
हाँ.
लोग देख रहे हैं अभी तक, अगर आप सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए हो, not just to Almighty Blues, which I hope you with the bell icon. मैं अगेन भाई थोड़ा बहुत मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ सब लोग. YouTube बहुत लोग मुझे बोल रहे हैं नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आ रहे एक्सेट्रा, पता नहीं सच में नहीं आ रहे तो ग्रेट टू लेट मी नो, बट लेट मी नो फॉर अदर्स आर नॉट गेटिंग. If you're not getting, hit that bell icon for all the notifications again, because I myself am subscribed to our channel from Almighty Sports, which is the second channel, and I've got the notifications. But if you're not, please let me know on DMs. कैसे कर सकते हो? Bottom line the description अपने DM का handle है, be it Instagram or Twitter. That's Almighty Blues. That's easy find. First line in the description आपको मिलेगा Sports on Nathan tagged. Everyone give Nathan some love. Good, very good. In fact, Premier League, knowledgeable guy, and of course he does content end to end, not just Premier League. तो आप चेक कर सकते हो नेथन का चैनल, as well as of course being Sarangi. But we will be back आज with shorter videos. I believe that's a plan. Let's see if you're liking them or not. If not getting it, again hit that bell icon. But अभी के लिए इतना है guys.
Did you make sorry to cut you, did you cut you off, did you make an Arsenal prediction in the end? I don't know what you said. Did you say anything?
I did mention that I want a draw, but I see Arsenal winning. Yeah, Liverpool Arsenal दोनों जीतेगी, but I think both will win, and that's why Chelsea के लिए भी must win, and that's where Maresca has asked for. Starting 11 I didn't say it, but I think more or less I explained Chelsea का. I think I don't see any major differences despite Felix or Nkunku not traveling. तो मोर लेस वही खेलेंगे विद बैक लाइन, थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन मार्क है, बट आई प्रेफर टोसिन, बट मुझे लगता है डिसासी खेलेगा, और योर्गेंसन आई प्रेफर बट खेलेगा सैंचेज ही. चलो भाई अभी के लिए इतना ही है. मच लव, यू नो द ड्रिल, व्हाट टू डू. एंजॉय द मैनचेस्टर डर्बी. बैंटर असाइड, बाय. Let's basically come back and speak about what happens. You guys.
Okay, good night.